Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 68th TTM video. For those that don't know what TTM means, it's through the mail, where we send cards, pictures, baseballs, what have you, through the mail to athletes, whatever sport they play, and hopefully get a return back. I hope everyone is doing well and had a great new year so far, as February is almost over. We're almost into March. Been a while since I've gotten any videos up. Just been crazy. Things have been going on, and I've been trying to watch everybody's videos. I apologize if I haven't watched as many videos as I could. I'm trying to get caught up, so I do apologize for that. But thank you all for taking the time here. Today I'll be sharing 3 TTMs that I got in the mail recently. Yes, 3. So I was quite happy with that. Some shoutouts, a couple contest wins, a pickup, and a birthday shoutout to one of the rock stars of YouTube. But on a serious note, I am dedicating this video to the folks, the citizens of Ukraine. Got the Ukrainian flag here, and it will fly in the video, so I hope everyone in the Ukraine is hanging in there, and God bless you all for what's happening in your country. And stay strong, everyone over there. Certainly got my support. Okay, let's get on. Let's get on with the birthday shout-out. This gentleman, young gentleman, is a rock star in the TTM world, the card world, every world, all over YouTube. He's huge, big, not just in Canada where he lives, but all around the world. Coast to coast, he's known all over. Recently came back from the Philippines. He has a large plane collection, and that is my good friend up north, Tristan. Happy birthday, Canadian card breakers. I know it's been a couple days since your 8th birthday, but I wish you a happy birthday, my friend. Many more to come. You are the future of this world, and it looks like a good future. So, thank you. All right, let's get to the contest wins. The first contest win came from Reindeer Studios. Yes, Reindeer Studios. Old Scott over there at Reindeer Studios had a contest, and it's a VR contest. Get his name up. Scotty. Hang up over there. All right. Well, try to fix it. Cut my man Scott out. All right. The Reindeer Studios had a VR virtual response contest, and I was one of the winners. What did I get? I got this cool, as Mr. Eric up in Canada says, this sexy shirt. This is great. Reindeer Studios t-shirt. Look at that. Beautiful. Great. Love it. Ben Warren, he was nice enough to send a note. Thanks so much for all your support. Congrats on winning a t-shirt. Keep being a superstar, your pal, Scott. So, thank you there, Mr. Scott. He was kind enough. Didn't have to do this. Sent me this beautiful Ralph Terry card. Yes, this is nice. I like it. Love it. Old Yankee Stadium behind him. Grandparents grew up not too far from there, so that's really sweet. This is a what is that? 50? I think it's 7, 8, 58. Beautiful card. And also got this. Yes, look at that. That's a great card, too. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for that. I appreciate it. That's a great shirt. Love wearing it. And the second win. Well, I got a couple wins from this gentleman. He's changed his name. He's now Poke Card Breaks, a.k.a. Plain Old Eric. Used to know him as Slapnuts, his gaming. I don't know if he's slapping his nuts around anymore. But, hey, I won a couple cards from him, autographs. This great Mark Savard card. Very nice. He's doing TTMs and doing quite well at it. And then this Andres Dackel. Big Andres in the Sens uniform. I'm not a member of the Sens Army, though. And then he was nice enough to send me these cards attached to it. Mr. P.K. Subban. We're in the Predators. We got Mr. Tuukka Rask in the net for the Bruins. And then Mr. Joe Colborne, the Avalanche. And Mr. John Moore, the Devils. Man, my favorite team. That's a sexy jersey. And he also sent me these great Cat in the Hat cards. I didn't know they made those. Cat in the Hat. Taped them up. Look at that. Thing one. So thank you, Mr. Eric, now known as Postcard Breaks, a.k.a. Plain Old Eric. Only Slapnuts Gaming. Oops, sorry about that. Rough. All right. Now, on to a couple pickups. First one, this is a shout out to Slapnuts, because he'll know this card. I was recently going through some old stuff and came upon my dad's old things, and he had a 1976 lot of Star Trek cards, excuse me. Yes, Star Trek, Captain Kirk. I guess they had, quite the set back in 76. He always liked to buy cards. I don't know if he ever actually collected the whole set, but he had tons of stuff. And going through what I found about, a bunch, trying to put the set together, and I need about 40-something cards left. So that's pretty good out of like 80-plus cards. But I picked this one up. Number 46, McCoy is Insane. I know Freedom Sufferer has that. Fix the flag there. Freedom Sufferer had that one, so I've added it to my collection, and about 42 more cards, and I've got the whole set, so working on that. Picked that one up. Now, this next card I got is a 1942 card. I liked it. This gentleman, I've flown in to an airport that's named after him when I lived in Chicago. And this one is Lieutenant Edward H. O'Hare, a.k.a. Butch O'Hare. You've heard of O'Hare International Airport in Chicago? That is the man. He was born back on March 13th, 1914 in St. Louis, Missouri. Graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy back in 1937. Served in World War II. Received the Medal of Honor, the nation's highest military award for his actions, on February 20th, 1942. Basically helped to save the aircraft carrier USS Lexington from further damage in the war. He was killed on November 26, 1943, at the age of 29 near the Gilbert Islands. He was killed in action. His remains were never, ever recovered. It was Robert McCormick, publisher of the Chicago Tribune, that suggested that the name of Chicago's Orchard Depot be renamed in honor of Butch O'Hare. And on September 19th, 1949, it was renamed O'Hare International Airport. Flown out of it a bunch of times. Used to be the busiest airport in the world. Take the old L up there. But a little side note. Supposedly, he got into the U.S. Naval Academy because of the help of his dad. Now, who was his dad? Well, his dad ran a dog racing track just outside Chicago. And his dad had a silent partner. And the Internal Revenue Service was investigating this silent partner, and they wanted information. So, supposedly, Mr. O'Hare decided to give information on his silent partner if his son could get into the Naval Academy. That's the rumor. This makes a good story. So he gave the information at the trial, and his silent partner was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison for income tax evasion, the longest ever sentence for someone who had income tax evasion. Who was that silent partner? Yes, none other than Alphonse Capone. Al Capone was his silent partner, and he provided information about the money that Al Capone was getting in 1931 and 32. Because Al Capone said, I have no income. I don't have any money. But somehow he managed to buy a lot of nice things. But eventually, a week before Al Capone was released from prison, Butch O'Hare's father was shot to death while driving in his car. And many thought it was some of Al Capone's men that did it. But I always flew into the airport. I like this card. It's really cool with the planes in the back. He was a naval ace. And I knew O'Hare Airport, so I was like, I got to get that. All right, shout-outs. Let's get some shout-outs to some channels. Got to do that. First one is to REK Sports Cards. Great channel, does rips. Just had a big contest too. Gave away some great stuff in that, so check him out. You'll like that. And we got a veteran, legend, Adam's Card Closet, Braves fan. He'll tell you to have a chipper day. Another great channel. Does TTMs as well. Another great channel I've been following is Bum Luck Collector. Give him a look. And the fourth, I always like to do 4, is Mr. Clint's Swing Away Sports Cards. He's doing a giveaway as well, so give him a look-see. 4 super channels. All right, let's get to some TTMs. First TTM came from Arizona. It took 3 months. 3 months. But I expected it was going to be long, and he does take his time, but that's okay. He signed 3 cards. I sent him 3. That is Mr. Henry Cotto. Got him here as a Mariner. Got him here in the good old Yankees uni. Got to give him that one. And also there, another Yankees. Got to give him the Yankees. Yankees and Mets, my 2 top teams. Now, Mr. Henry Cotto. There was no fee whatsoever. Who is he? What is he? What did he do? I'm going to tell you about him. Henry Cotto was born January 5th, 1961 in New York City. He's currently 61 years of age. Played the outfield. From 1984 to 1993, he played in the major leagues. He played with the Chicago Cubs. Started out with them in 84, their fabulous run to the postseason, which ended with a loss in San Diego. Played for the Yankees, the Seattle Mariners, where he played most of his career from 1988 to 93. And then in 1993 was in Florida with the Marlins, and eventually finished in 1994 in Japan with the Yomiuri Giants. His career, he hit .261 at 44 homers, 210 runs batted in, stole 130 bases, had 569 hits, and played all 3 outfield positions and had a fielding percentage of .989. While in the 1980s, he also played winter ball in the Puerto Rican League. And in 1994, while in Japan with the Giants there, won the Japanese World Series. I always remember that World Series team. He coached in the Seattle Mariners farm system and was a roving instructor with the San Francisco Giants farm system. And was manager of the Arizona League Giants. So Mr. Henry Cotto, he'll take a while, but I got 3 of 3. I was very pleased by getting him back. So thank you, Mr. Cotto. Not Mr. Cotter. That was welcome back, Cotter, for those of you who are a certain age. And this next one also took about 3.5 months. Long time. He takes a while, though. Came back from Michigan. There was no fee. This gentleman signed 2 of 2, and that's former NBA player James Edwards. Signed that nice skybox card, and then another skybox card. Right there in the blue. Got him in the white, blue Piston uniform and the blue one. Mr. James Franklin Edwards. Born on November 22nd, 1955. He's 66 years of age. Born in Seattle, Washington. Up there in the Emerald City. Went to Roosevelt High School in Seattle. And their team, obviously, was named after Theodore Roosevelt because the school was. The team's name was the Rough Riders, and he led the Rough Riders to a state title. He also did a little cross-country running as a sophomore. He did accept a scholarship to play with the University of Washington in the hometown Seattle there. Wound up starting as a freshman. His junior year, 1975 to 76 season, he helped the University of Washington to a 22-6 record to qualify for the school's first NCAA tournament appearance since 1953. They wound up finishing that regular season ranked 11th. His senior season of 1976 and 77, he led the team with 20.9 points a game, 10.4 rebounds, but the school failed to qualify for the NCAAs. But he was named an All-American that particular year. In the 1977 NBA draft, he was picked in the 3rd round with the 46th pick by the Los Angeles Lakers. His NBA career went from 1977 to 1976. He played for the Lakers on 2 different occasions, the Indiana Pacers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Phoenix Suns, the Detroit Pistons, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Chicago Bulls. So he had quite the career of going around the league. It was his rookie season. He became the Lakers' starting center in the season opener in 1977 after starting center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke his right hand in a fight with Milwaukee Bucks rookie center Kent Benson. He sat out 21 games. Well, James Edwards took over and led the team in scoring with 17.1 points and 8.2 rebounds until Kareem came back. He was having a great rookie season, but on December 13th of that year, the Lakers, they needed a power forward to replace suspended forward Kermit Washington. And that was the year Kermit punched Rudy Tomjanovich, and that was quite a punch. Check that out. And Kermit from American University in Washington, D.C., he was out. So they had to get a forward. So James Edwards and shooting guard Earl Tatum and some cash were sent to the Indiana Pacers for center Dave Robish and forward Adrian Dantley. That's the guy that would go on to the Hall of Fame. Had a pretty good career, too, obviously. Mr. Edwards finished with 14,862 points, coming out to about 12.7 a game. He had 6,004 rebounds, about 5.1 a game, and 867 blocks, which was about 0.1 a game. He played on 3 NBA championship teams, 2 with the Detroit Pistons, the Bad Boys, and 1 with the Chicago Bulls, 1996. He was inducted into the University of Washington's Husky Hall of Fame and the State of Washington's Sports Hall of Fame. So, Mr. James Edwards, he takes a while, but he's free of charge, so interested in sending him. Solid basketball player. And the final one comes from Texas. Took 2 weeks. There was no fee. This gentleman signed a nice 8x10 that is scooted on back, and that's Mr. Dan Pastorini. Got him in the old Oilers uniform. Dante Anthony Pastorini, better known as Dan, born May 26, 1949 in Sonora, California. He's 72, was a quarterback in the NFL, attended Santa Clara University in California. And the 1971 NFL Draft was picked in the first round with the 3rd pick by the Houston Oilers. They had a great song, Love You Blue. Listen to it. It's catchy. The Oilers, if you don't know, if you're of a certain age, are now the Tennessee Titans. That draft was nicknamed the Year of the Quarterback because the first pick from the New England Patriots was Heisman Trophy winner Jim Plunkett. Right behind him from the University of Mississippi was Archie Manning, and then Mr. Pastorini. Dan Pastorini played from 1971 to 1983, 12 years. He played with the Houston Oilers, the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Rams, and finished up with the Philadelphia Eagles. From 1971 to 79, he was known as a tough quarterback. He missed only 5 regular season games. He played through broken ribs and a punctured lung. He was the first player to wear the famous flak jacket under his uniform to protect his broken ribs. He didn't play behind one of the greatest offensive lines for a long time. That was until 1977, when the Oilers started to get a lot better, and they got a guy in the backfield eventually by the name of Earl Campbell. Pastorini's best season was in 1978 when he threw for a career-high 2,473 yards and 16 touchdowns. He helped lead the Houston Oilers to the 1978 and 1979 AFC Championship games, both times losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 79 AFC title game had a lot of controversy for one single play when the refs blew what the Oilers felt and fans felt was a touchdown from Mike Renfro, who seemed to catch the ball in the end zone, wasn't juggling it, and had 2 feet in. The referees ruled it off. There was no instant replay back then. But to this day, Oilers fans say he had a touchdown. In 1980, Bud Adams decided to trade Dan Pastorini to the Oakland Raiders for Ken Stabler, the Snake, future Hall of Famer. 5 weeks into the 1980 season, the Raiders were 2-2. Dan Pastorini was playing against the Kansas City Chiefs when he broke his leg at home. The fans were very unhappy with his performance that season, and they wanted Jim Plunkett in the game. And when they found out he was hurt, they started cheering. Actually cheered because the guy was hurt. Plunkett played the rest of the season and led the Raiders to the Super Bowl that year in New Orleans, where they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Dan's career, he threw for 18,515 passing yards, had a 50.9% completion rating, threw 103 touchdowns, but did throw 161 INTs. He had a 59.1 passer rating. He was a Pro Bowl once, 1975, and he was on the Super Bowl winning Raiders in 1980. Dan Pastorini has also raced hydroplanes. He's been racing drag racing cars as well, and acted in some B movies also. Not a lot of biggies, but it was great. He signed it to Ed right up here, which is fine. Cool. I love that. Love you, Blue, with an exclamation point. And he did sign 75 Pro Bowl, which I did ask him to do. So thank you, Mr. Dan Pastorini, for that great autograph. Photo looks really nice. I was happy with that. Had to buy that one because somebody has to give me some information on how to do better printing of pictures, because I just, all my pictures seem to say low res and I can't really print them out. All right, today we got to get this giveaway going. It's been straggling on too long. We're going to give out this box, a whole box of cards. Yes, Topps baseball cards. Look at that, that's big. Whole box, it's all filled, I believe. 1991. Hope it's filled, I don't know, it's been so long. There you see it. Got a lot of cards in there, so like TTM Fuel. Excuse me. That could be yours. Now, who is entered in this particular one? Let's check the participants. We got great person from Alabama, Jason, poor man Stack. Put him in the old box, using the same old box. One kind of box, I don't change. Next, up in Canada, Detroit Tigers fan. Corey there, Sticks G. Check out all these channels, too. And we got a great guy, Collectaholic. Guy's always ripping cards. Fun channel. And we got from down south in Florida, at least. Yeah, that's south. We got Junior Baseball Fanatic 12, Liam. Family Fight Nights. Always has a great time. And then out from California, Mr. Brandon Stebbins. It's TTMs. We also have you seen my baseball? Yeah, we got another California guy. Haven't seen him in a while on YouTube. Patrick's Baseball Cards and TTMs. Hope he's doing well. Talked to Ripping Vintage Scott. He's just real busy. He hasn't had a video in a while. And we got Shaw Racing Collects. They do a bunch of stuff, not just racing. And the man with a plan over in the Netherlands, Mr. Freedom Sufferer Cards. Great channel. Lots of fun over there. And we got up in Connecticut, Mr. Mets Rule, Danny. Another fine channel, TTMer. And a gentleman out from the Beehive State, Brian, Bears Cards 34. He does like the Bears. Likes Walter Payton. That's for sure. And let's get the final name in here, shall we? We shall. Lou Rock TV. All great channels. Check them all out if you can. I'll shake the box up. Whoa! Get a good one going. I shall stick my hand in the box, and the winner is Mr. Brandon Stebbins. Congratulations, Brandon. You are the winner of the box of cards. Believe I have your address. I should. But, give me a, drop me a line in the email. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone watching. This was a long one. It's been a while, so bear with me. If you're still here, thank you very much. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, subscribe if you'd like. If you don't like, please subscribe. Maybe you'll like something down the line. And check out those other channels. Just watch, a video. You got to watch one video, and then you go down as a subscriber for those folks. They are great channels. everyone I mentioned in the giveaway and the shout-outs, check them out. It don't cost nothing. It's free. You make people happy when you do that. Leave comments if you'd like. I'll do the best I can to respond to everyone. So I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you again. Hopefully my content will get a little better. I apologize for life getting in the way. I've been trying to watch everyone, and I apologize for not catching everybody's videos at once. So I'm trying to catch up. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Be kind to each other, one person at a time. That's all it takes, and then the world's a better place. And again, my friends, brothers, and sisters in the Ukraine, stay strong, folks. God be with you all. Pray for you all. Hopefully you'll get through this thing. I really do. God bless you all. Love everybody.